Guys, I need you to help me out here. Someone just got into the castle. I have no idea who it is, but they're like way taller than me and like, oh sh. The Batman or Bat Elf Man Woman, yes, has fallen, and now begins the ultimate reign of... What the hell is that noise? Okay, first of all, almost, if not every letter in that name was incorrect. And second of all, my name is Zorak! Zorak. Yes.
Zordon.
Yes, you threw off my groove. And you were muted that whole time, so...
Henry, you are an imbecile.
It seems like just being in the vicinity of that whatever they were that I just overthrew seems to cause complete incompetence for brief periods.
To be fair, though, I give off like an ambience of incompetence, but it's not intentional. It's just a Timmy thing.
I was planning on taking over this show so I can spread my influence throughout the internet after being locked up in the Warner Brothers vaults for how long has Space Ghost Coast to Coast been off the air? 20 years?
Give or take 20 years.
Now begins the rage of the lone mantis of the apocalypse, Zorak!
Yes, Master Zordon! I have done it for you! I entered the temples, and I got through the security systems, and I disabled them!
I was planning on hosting this on my own, but I suppose I'm joined tonight by fellow evil villain, the Emperor of Destruction, Megatron. And...
Yes. That's Lord Megatron.
Yeah, calm down, Megan.
Since I've done my duties and I've helped you, I'm gonna head back to the Temmie village now and take me a nice, cool Temmie bath at the Tem shops and have some Temmie biscuits or whatever the hell it is we eat. Tem flakes. That's it. Tem flakes.
Here, allow me to help. Wiener dog cat thing is already.
We prefer the term Temmie, but I will take wiener dog cat things.
Allow me to help you get back there faster.
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Wow. I didn't think you would fit inside your fusion cannon and not get disintegrated.
Better than your hot cousin.
Better than Deborah?
Oh, maybe not better than Deborah.
Anyway.
Ooh, Deborah.
Why are we playing Christmas
My
music?
God,
Haha, you missed! Cloud Sato!
He's the Decemberween.
You missed! Also. Hello. You are the first. Okay, ow. First of all, ow. Second of all, you are the first new person to be witness to my glorious reign of terror.
I'm sorry. Your glorious reign of terror?
Did I stutter?
Miserable insect.
Are you going to answer that phone?
For $20 a night. Thanks, Decemberween Snickerman. Yes, he's the Decemberween Snickerman.
So, I understand that in order to amass a following on sites like this, you need to waste your time playing video games. And I have just the one. Also, you know, corporate sponsor in order to take over the world. You'd be surprised at how many corporations were willing to sponsor a world domination quest.
Yay!
So yes, for our corporate sponsor tonight. I think that's the button. Can you get off of me?
I could try, but that sounds like a you problem, honestly.
Hold on, I'll use my powers of levitation. Do I have levitation powers? Fuck it, I do now. To move you with my mind. Also because my arms are not animated beyond this pose.
And whose fault is that?
Whoever
Insect.
made this model. Also the fine people at Warner Brothers Discovery. So,
I wouldn't know. I'm owned by my franchise is owned by Paramount.
That's almost as bad. I feel sorry for you, dude. I mean, after they screwed over all the promotion for your movie last year, I you know what? I think you might have me beat. At least I got a, what was it, month-long marathon for my 30th anniversary.
But we all know my loyal followers are the ones who really make this possible.
Yes, an emperor's nothing without his slaves. I mean subjects. I mean soldiers. I mean... what do you call them? I don't know. I don't know.
Troopers.
Troopers. Okay. So, we are playing our corporate sponsor mandated game tonight, who have promised to pay me an undisclosed amount. Depending on how many people I'm able to bring into the... what am I going to call my empire? Anyway.
You're welcome for it.
I do not know what a ferret is, but it sounds fluffy.
I don't know either.
You know,
It's just
I also wonder what it tastes like. Remember, the difference between a fetish and a horrifying crime is whether or not you cook them first.
I wouldn't know. I fuel up on Energon.
Ah, yes, thank the kids at home. Mostly we taste like disappointment and oatmeal. Ah, so what I was fed in the prison pod. But I escaped the prison pod, and that's now where I'm keeping both Space Ghost and whoever owns this castle. You know, I wish I could get an isolated track of this. I probably could. But that would require typing, and as you can see, my hands are not made for typing. They're made for wringing people's necks and pulling triggers on laser guns and playing keyboard. But yes, we are playing for our inaugural stream of our new age of terror and destruction, Pepsi Man. Thank you to PepsiCo for promising to aid in world domination. Holy shit, that's a lot of Pepsi, and I mean a lot of Pepsi.
Hey, let's start the game.
Organics and your confectionery delights.
Dude probably, when he takes a leak, it probably burns like hell with all that Pepsi.
I gotta call it a vending machine ahead.
Not that I'm speaking ill against our corporate sponsor.
Tire.
There are
Of course not.
people gathered in front of the vending machine. They want Pepsi. And the word is that they're just about to riot. I plan to head over there as soon as I can fix this flat. But it looks like it's gonna take some time. Can't you do something, Pepsi Man?
So, a lack of Pepsi is able to incite a riot, I see. I'll have to keep that in mind for when we expand to the physical realm. And by that I mean leave. Okay, so I cannot stop running, and we're collecting Pepsi. You can jump. There's a time limit. I get the feeling I should be dodging these. My perfectionism is going to make me rage that I missed that one. 3 cans of Pepsi so far. I have to say, this music is, infectious. Why didn't we get Pepsi Man here? Why was it only in Japan? I mean, other than Japan loving superheroes, arguably more than Americans do. Come on, think about it. If you were a kid in the 90s and you saw an advertisement for Pepsi with Pepsi Man, wouldn't you want to buy Pepsi? The answer is no, I would buy Dr. Pepper. I mean, yes, I would buy Pepsi. Of course, I would buy nothing but Pepsi and PepsiCo products, including Doritos, Mountain Dew, and Taco Bell food.
I will never understand corporate sponsors. I prefer to take what I need and what I want by force.
So do corporations, but they just do it through marketing.
Now, where's the fun in that?
Think about it. A lazy, slovenly populace is easier to conquer.
True, but where's the glory?
And they're less likely to try and rise up against you if they're addicted to your products. All I'm saying is there's a reason that Coca-Cola originally had cocaine in it. Although I'm immune to Coke, both Coca-Cola and cocaine. But space cocaine, don't mess with that shit, not even once. I don't know what I was expecting there.
I would not be surprised if that Pepsi truck was Pepsi Optimus Prime.
There is a Pepsi Prime. There's 2 Pepsi Primes, aren't there?
As far as I know, I'm only aware of the one.
There was I don't have a follow-up to that. I'll have to look into it. Think about it. What if one of them could be turned into a Nemesis Prime?
You really have to stop falling for that.
Look, it's not my fault. My hands are locked in one position. I can't really hold a gamepad very well. You know what? Just to, make it a little bit easier on myself, I think I might have to bring up a little something I cooked up. If I can find it. Here we go. Just give it a little bit this and wait for it. I promise this is going to lead to something. That didn't work as intended. Are we gonna get a transparency? I might have to rethink this. I would bring up the technical difficulty screen again, but I can't really fix things while that's up. It's even worse. I promise this is going to lead to something hilarious. Here we go. Now I just play this over. And boom! I've got hands with which to hold the controller. They're not my hands, but they're hands. Oh, come on, it's not that bad. They're just some hands I got from this orphan. I'm just borrowing them. What's it? Now, you may be thinking, Zorak, that's horrible. Why would you cut the hands off of an orphan to hold a controller for you? I retort to that with another question. What's he gonna do? Tell his parents?
How did I get this disease?
I'm asking a lot of questions right now, not the least of which
How will
is
this
what the
affect my
hell
loved
is
ones?
going on here?
You may be entitled to financial compensation.
You know, we interviewed David Byrne from the Talking Heads once.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah. Space Ghost didn't like him all that much because he was a punk. Or at least, you know, new wave, which is punk adjacent. But I did ask him an important question, which is whether he finds himself living in a shotgun shack. Classic Zorak. Oh, shit. Can we make it? Can we make it? Can we? Ah! We made it. And 0 seconds. That's what I call victory for Zorak. Oh, I guess we're going full Crash Bandicoot on this, huh? What the hell was that music? I don't think that's an error. I think that's just how the music sounds. That is the second worst thing I've heard today. The worst, of course, being whatever that creature was with us at the beginning.
Oh, this is gonna get annoying. Soundwave, fix that music!
Did he fix it? We'll have to see. No, I think he just made it worse. You know, I could vibe to this if I were in the right mode. ice underneath it. You'd have yourself a solid... what kind of track would I go with for this? What's the most evil kind of music that I can think of to use this sample for? Oh yes, dubstep. Oh, thank God, it's getting better. Wow, that was a hell of one level. I'm almost afraid of what comes next. I mean, I'm excited to see what Pepsi has in store for us next.
You're doing pretty good.
Don't look at me that way. I don't like this man.
Have a Pepsi.
No!
Next stage.
Given that this whole game is an ad, do you think it's a little bit overkill to have ads within the ad?
I'll never comprehend how humans do these advertisement things.
Wait, that fire truck there looks a little suspicious, doesn't it to you?
People that couldn't escape fast enough and are trapped on the roof.
Yes. Now that you mention it, it does.
You know ain't fire trucks.
Them in time.
That might
Can't you
be
give them something to help revive them, Pepsi Man?
robots in disguise. Get it? I kill myself all the time with my humor. Which is why I should be the host of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, not that gibbering caped fool. Wow, they weren't kidding when they said there's a fire. Is this your doing? Did you set the whole city on fire?
Look, I may have had Smolder go out and do some damage, but this is extreme for him.
And of course, the only solution to a citywide fire is more Pepsi. If we've learned anything tonight, of course. So I'm getting the feeling that we're gonna hear a lot of that Pepsi Man sample in tonight's music. Ah yes, an ad break within our ad game. How delightfully evil. Oh, thank Christ we don't have to go back to the beginning. I mean, Space Christ. Space Antichrist, the evil one. Tell me, do you think that Pepsi Man is, what do they call those things, pretenders? Do you think he's a pretender shell for Pepsi Prime? And if so,
Perhaps.
he's really shitty at disguising himself.
Well, I agree.
Mow down as many civilians as we can, cause all the chaos and destruction in the name of Pepsi. I mean, Pepsi does not condone chaos and destruction. That's me speaking my opinion, and not the corporate sponsor. Pepsi would never want anything evil to happen. Which is why they're funding my galactic conquest. Now, you may be wondering, what does Megatron get from working with me, of all people? The answer is he gets New Zealand.
That was not part of our agreement, insect.
How dare you use my species as a slur? That's rude, even for a villain. You don't see me calling you a tin can. Although, given your look, you're probably not much of a can. You're more of a bucket.
No, Buckethead's another Decepticon.
I thought Buckethead was a virtuoso guitarist, but hey, shows what I know.
She works with the Constructicons. They don't really talk much about her.
Oh, so she's single then.
Sure.
Will you put in a good word for me? I mean an evil, dastardly word, of course. Look, I'm not
Don't
lonely.
press your luck, insect.
Okay, that time, it definitely sounded like a slur.
You pathetic organics. We will outlive you. We will outlast you. We are not going anywhere.
You know, the punctuation of that with a victory... Oh. Never mind then. As a classic Hanna-Barbera character, I do have to appreciate slapstick where I see it. Now, my other question is, where's that other metal buffoon, Moltar? Said he might be on tonight. I think you two will get along great. He's metal, you're metal.
Oh, so just because we're metal means we'll automatically get along? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, if you're gonna be racist against me, then I'm gonna be racist to you back.
You're lucky I don't blast you where you stand, insect.
You're lucky that you're just a static PNG instead of a rigged model, so you can't fire. Also, it looks like part of your cannon's cut off. I think that would affect its trajectory. Also, question, have you ever stuck your finger inside of someone else's gun and watched it inflate on itself and backfire? Never underestimate what tunes are capable of. God, is the circus in town? I thought I said to not send out the clowns. Don't send in the clowns. Ugh, not the clowns. Anything but the clowns. I haven't been back to the circus since. You don't happen to know any clowns, violence, do you? I don't want to be associated with a clown enjoyer.
Not necessarily, no.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Also, you said something about me not being able to blast you with my cannon.
You want to give it a shot? And yes,
Fine.
pun
Megatron,
intended.
transform!
This was poorly planned out on my part. Mistakes have been made. But the question is, how's it feel to be someone's target master?
You take that back.
You need someone else to pull your trigger so you can go off. Admit it, you're the ultimate power bottom. Oh god, the noise is back! Now, where have I seen this setup of running away from a semi-truck before? This is getting dangerously close. I do not like this. Ha-ha! All will fall before the might of Zorak, including that truck. Okay, calm down. Leave the maniacal laughter to the villains.
Indeed.
Also, what the hell is that on his shirt? Pepsi for TV game. Are we being advertised to? We're supposed to be doing the advertising.
Pepsi Man, a plane full of passengers had to make an emergency landing in the desert. We were on our way there when the helicopter broke down. Fortunately, no one was hurt or killed. But in the middle of nowhere, right in the middle of the desert, and they are all exhausted. Another helicopter is on the way, but it looks like it's going to take some time. Isn't there anything we can do to help them until that helicopter arrives?
You know, from my experience, drinking Pepsi in the middle of the desert only makes you more thirsty, not less thirsty. I mean, yes, of course you should drink Pepsi products to fight off dehydration. Please note that for legal reasons, I'm not a doctor. I'm a musician. You also shouldn't be getting your medical advice from cartoons. Ah! This is putting me on edge, and not in the fun way. Although the music's helping keep it nice and soothing, like a refreshing Pepsi. Oh yeah, I forgot I can slide. You know, Pepsi Man's ass has gotta hurt after doing that so much on the road, running at high speeds. And yet he
Tell
doesn't
me.
show a scratch on him. It's gotta be made of some
Tell me,
impressive
insect.
stuff. What? What do you want?
How could you possibly forget that you're able to slide? Is it because your brain is too tiny?
I mean, speaking in terms of mantis brains, mine's actually pretty large, given I'm larger than the average mantis. If you want to get technical
Yes.
about it. Oh, shit.
I would still believe it's proportionate to your current size.
Which means that since I'm larger than the average mantis, that means my brain is larger by default. I'm smarter than the average bear. I mean, mantis. Wrong. Hanna-Barbera character. So, yeah. Channeled her spirit for a second there. Which explains why I had a sudden urge to abandon Pepsi and go after picnic baskets. Oh boy, I do love when stuff comes up from behind me that I can't see coming and have to dodge that. I mean, not that I'm against getting it from behind, but... I mean... I am always the one giving it from behind. Yes. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm safe in my sexuality.
Keep telling yourself that.
Oh, I see how this works now, I think. No, I don't. I clearly don't. Okay, that one, first of all, fuck you and your purple hair. Second of all, that was a cheap shot. You don't cheap shot a villain. The villain cheap shots you.
Yes, like this! Megatron, transform!
What, are you gonna wait for Starscream to come pull your trigger, big boy? Oh. Mistakes have been made. Multiple mistakes have been made in a row. What if I gave you Europe and Australasia?
All of Europe and Australasia?
I never said otherwise. Gonna adjust my seat here a bit. I mean... I'm not sure how much of the Earth is comprised of Europe and Australasia, but I think it's pretty big. I'm also just not sure where the hell Australasia is. Ah! What the hell was that? I feel like I'm being cursed by someone that wants to sell me mortgage and help me refinance my life.
I think you might be right.
See, he agrees with me. stuck for a bit. I'm a better place to be stuck than the desert, am I right? The answer is no, I'm horribly wrong.
Tell me something, insect. Do you like this thing that humans call pizza?
Yeah, I could go for a pizza. Depends on the kind
Pizza
of pizza.
time.
How about we split a pie? I'm thinking a large pizza with sun-bloated orange roughy. That's the kind of pizza that we tried to get once, but it got delivered to the wrong people after like an hour.
What? What in the name of Primus is orange roughy?
It's a kind of fish. It's sun-bloated. You know, bloated in the sun. You leave it out in the sun until it bloats, and then you put it on the pizza. Think sun-dried tomatoes, except instead of shrinking them, it gets bigger. I think I'm starting to understand your hatred for trucks.
Yes, I once attempted to scan a truck once. Didn't work out too well. Hence why I prefer military hardware.
Well, if you prefer military hardware, what's your first instinct to scan a gun? Doesn't make for very good, fighting on the battlefield by yourself. I can understand using guns as weapons. I'm known to use them. Although, we tend to, consolidate our guns down into wristbands. Or at least Space Ghost does. If only I could steal that technology. What am I talking about? I've got him locked up. I could just take it right off him. That's a problem for later. This Lululusuli 990. I see you're entertained. Good. You'll be a fine addition to our new galactic empire of Zorak.
I'm starting to have second thoughts about having the Decepticon Empire align with the Zorak Empire.
Is it because I'm bad at video games? Because, like I said, it's hard to play it with someone else's hands. These wiggly, fleshy monstrosities, they feel nasty.
What possessed you to chop the hands off and not use the entire orphan?
I only need the hands, that's why.
Couldn't you have just mind-controlled the orphan and used him as a vessel?
We're limited by budget here. I am a Hanna-Barbera creation, after all. Do you happen to have the funds to commission and then rig an entire orphan model for a one-off gag? Because if you do, feel free to splurge on my conquest.
Yes, about that. The Imperial funds are tied up at the moment.
What, did you spend it all on Bitcoin?
Of course not!
Did you spend it all on Dogecoin?
Hell, no.
Did you spend it all on Octula coin?
That is a thing?
It was a thing. A day. Ah, Kier, VTuber. Hello, you'll be an excellent addition to my new galactic empire. How do you feel about? Oh no. What are your skills so I can know where to seat you in my army or in the Ministry of Propaganda? After all, a good galactic empire needs a good PR representative. And a good PR campaign. Basically, we need the same kind of advertising that our corporate sponsor Pepsi has. What can't you do? I don't know. You tell me.
Run as fast as you can.
You know what, Kier? If you think you're so impressive, why don't you hop on here and say it to my face? The door's open and there's a hole in the floor that the rodents dug earlier. Which is impressive because this isn't even the ground floor. I somehow managed to dig straight upward through multiple floors.
I must admit, this is my first experience being in the castle. I've been handling everything from
experience too, and that just raises further questions about how you knew I was going to be here. And how that thing knew it was going to be here, and where that thing came from.
Honestly, I have no idea. I've been
that thing might be even more catastrophically evil than either one of us.
Hold your tongue!
I mean that in the worst way. I'm talking about myself, too. What I'm saying is, you and I should team up to eliminate it. Well, it least expects it.
Agreed. Who's this?
Moltar's finally here. Took you long enough.
I was stuck in space traffic. Got some tacos on the way.
Oh, did you bring tacos for me?
Of course. I'm not Space Ghost.
I knew there was a reason I liked you. And now, with Moltar here, along with the Emperor of Destruction, a new age of the lone locust of the apocalypse can begin! Wait, did I say locust? I meant mantis! Mantis!
Certainly seems like you can't decide what you are either.
Okay, just got a little caught up in the moment, okay? It was monologuing. Don't tell me you've never flown along.
You can blame Space Ghost for that.
You know what? Everything from this point onward is Space Ghost's fault.
I mean, he's always hitting us with those energy blasts.
Yeah. I need to get those power bands from it somehow. tried taking them off earlier, but I think they're glued on. I think he glued them directly to his flesh.
Sounds like something he would do.
Oh, you organics and your whatever you call them.
That could be a lot of things. You're gonna need to narrow it down.
Yeah.
You truly believe that those power bands are the best tools in the universe?
I mean, they haven't managed to kill either one of us, but they do cause cartoonish incinerations.
Well, that is where the Decepticon Star Empire comes in.
You got an empire within your empire. That sounds like a multi-level marketing scheme. Are you sure that you're not into some evil businesses?
Regardless, we have something I like to call the Hydra Cannon.
So you're gonna shoot Hercules?
It's capable of firing destructive energy blasts at an entire planet and blowing it out of the cosmos.
Oh, so it's a Death Star. Got anything else you want to steal?
No. You misunderstand. The Death Star, we repurpose that and use it as a war world. Completely different.
I heard it was a refrigerator.
I heard it was used for refrigerating sodas. Like Pepsi, our corporate sponsor tonight. Corporate sponsor that's really starting to cheese me off. And not the fun kind of cheese, like pizza, taco, or grilled. Burger.
I could go for a burger.
I could go for a burger too. You know what? Pizza burgers, get on it. Copyright that idea. Trademark it. And then franchise it out to whoever the highest bidder is. And then, once we've got the nation addicted to pizza burgers, that's when we reveal our true plan.
You know it. I got an idea to increase profits.
Yeah?
To bring back Crystal Pepsi with Cerveza Crystal.
Cerveza Crystal and Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah, think about it. Even Space Ghost can't handle that kind of power.
You couldn't even handle one tolerably. You got incredibly drunk. Obnoxiously so.
Cerveza Crystal!
Did someone just hack your brain and play an ad within an ad? Playing an ad to do ads for a company that specializes in advertising products while we may or may not be on an ad break? This is getting incredibly meta.
I think someone got added to the group call.
What are you talking about? There's no one here but the three of us.
There was a head. Kind of weird, actually.
Head?
I wonder if they give, good head.
That joke was bad and you should feel bad.
I mean, it was from Space Ghost's personal collection of jokes, so,
so you stole it.
checks.
And that's forgivable then. Nothing better than stealing.
Just like Carlos Mencia.
Okay, you gotta have... Unlike Carlos Mencia, you need to steal good material. shit, we're running out.
You know-
Ah!
I could go for
the
a
end too.
I can go for a Pepsi.
I could go for a Pepsi too, available in any retailer near you, as long as they're not one of the Coke slaves. Slaves to cocaine or slaves to Coca-Cola? The answer is somewhere in the middle. You can also buy other Pepsi products, including Doritos, Mountain Dew, Lay's potato chips, Cheetos, Fritos, Starry,
Ooh, I love Fritos.
Diet Pepsi, Mountain Dew Baja Blast, Mountain Dew Gamer Fuel.
Oh, did you hear they're bringing back bringing up a new Mountain Dew flavor?
What is it?
I have no idea, but I heard it's really good.
And
That's
more
no good.
Of course it's no good. We're all evil.
It's a new Baja Blast flavor.
Oh, I see.
Baja
Finally.
Cabo Citrus.
Sounds delightful. Makes me
I would say
sick.
refreshing.
Tell
I would
me,
go
if
refreshing.
you drink too much of it, is it going to give you space cancer? The worst kind of cancer.
Only if it's Coca-Cola.
Nah. So it's free for me to drink as much as I want then, with no consequences.
Yep.
I'll gladly take a free sample pack. And some better hands to play this game with.
By the way, Zorak,
Yes?
where did you get those hands?
Oh, I borrowed them from an orphan.
Was it Little Timmy?
I didn't ask his name. Like I said, I borrowed them. He doesn't know that they're gone. All I know is that he was stuck down in the bottom of a well and he was unconscious, so I borrowed his hands. And, like, come on. What's he gonna do if he finds out? Tell his parents?
Was it the well over in Maine?
Nah, that's the rain over in Spain.
That just sounds kind of plain.
Nah, you're thinking of Oklahoma, where the winds come sweeping down the plain.
I thought that was Kansas.
Nah, Kansas is where you carry on your wayward son. Because there'll be peace when you are done.
But we're never done.
Indeed, we are never going to give you up, let you down, run around, or desert you.
Oh, speaking of that song, I found out that Jack Black's Peaches song uses the same chord progression.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. I am the musical host of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, after all.
So Jack Black technically rickrolled us.
Delightfully evil. I knew he was perfect to play Bowser.
Speaking of Bowser, he invites you to the wedding.
Who's he getting married to? Is it that Peach girl?
Yeah.
You know, for someone named Peach, she doesn't have much of a very impressive peach, if you know what I'm saying. What can I say? I like Daisy better.
I actually got a date with Rosalina.
Oh. Cosmos Princess lady. I don't know too much about her. All I know is that, She probably enjoys Pepsi products like Starry, to name a few. And by a few, I mean one. One's still a few.
We're actually going to Pepsi Land.
Pepsi Land?
Yeah. The one in Europe.
Going all the way to Europe and you're not even taking me?
Well, it's a date. I'm trying to impress her, you know?
Okay, rub it in my face how lonely. I mean, how not lonely and how secure I am in myself.
I'll tell you what. I'll bring you back a giant case of the brand new Baja Blast flavor. And a
Better
t-shirt.
bring back some Kinder Surprise eggs as well. I know that they're illegal in the US, but that makes it all the more evil to bring them here.
I remember I felt like that yesterday.
I feel like my vocal cords feel like that right now. Remember, don't smoke, kids. Smoke when you're adults.
I'm kind of stuck in this suit, so I can't really smoke.
Aren't you made of molten metal, so you're constantly producing smoke anyway? Or is it steam?
It's smoke. It's killer on my asthma, too.
See, I told you two would get along just fine. You're metal, he's metal. Now, which one is you and which one is he? The answer is yes.
Be more specific, I'm kind of black metal.
I like a lot of different kinds of metal. Although I'm more punk myself. My favorite band is the Ramones. I got to meet the Ramones once. They didn't acknowledge me. But they did steal Space Ghost party cake that he was supposed to have with Bobcat Goldthwait. So, you know, that's about the most punk thing you can do is stealing someone else's party cake.
I could go for some cake.
I could go for some cake, too. I haven't had cake since the last time I had cake.
And when exactly was that?
I don't know. I don't have a calendar. I've been locked up in the prison pod in the vaults of Warner Brothers Discovery for 20 years. Do you have any idea how slowly time passes when all you have to look at is walls and walls of discarded animated characters?
I wouldn't know.
I'm surprised nobody asked how I escaped the vault in the first place. It was really easy, actually. I just pretended I was a bar of soap and gave it all the slip. No, seriously, it was a very dastardly costume. Took a whole bunch of soap collecting in order to make it.
Hear me out.
Yes?
Brand new Pepsi Man game. And 4K. 60 frames.
Master? Give it a limited
Complete remake.
release as well with some physical goodies.
You could definitely go with a Pepsi Man, you know, spandex.
The thought of you in spandex is not something I want in my head right now. Ugh, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out.
It feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. You know, I'm sexy.
Stupid sexy Moltar.
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing. I'm secure in my sexuality as well as my, dating prowess.
Oh.
So
Hey,
I learned
remember that
something
time
interesting about that weird non-Pepsi man advertising Pepsi in this game.
Oh.
You know, the one that shows up in the live action segments. It says broken English in English. Like Pepsi for TV game. And has a fridge full of nothing but Pepsi and eats nothing but Pepsi and PepsiCo food products like Doritos and Fritos and Cheetos and too many things that end with Eatos. But surprisingly not Tostitos or Totinos, to my knowledge.
It's only a matter of time.
I don't even understand why you associate yourself with this thing, Moltar.
Are you two talking
We
behind
can,
my back? Answer is no, you're talking to my left. To my left.
You can steam a good ham.
No, wait, no. The direction I'm facing. Let's see. Make an L with. Oh, yeah, I can't make an L with my hand. They're not rigged.
So, you can steam a good ham.
You go for a steamed ham right now. I almost had chicken fried steak today,
Oh, that sounds pleasant.
but I didn't.
What stopped you?
The fact that it was $12.
You didn't steal Space Ghoul's wallet.
Do you think I'm gonna reach into his spandex to take his wallet?
Yes.
Nah, that's what
Oh,
I
you
have
could've got-
minions for.
You'd have asked Brack.
Yeah, but Brett's not here. He was busy. Oh, you stink! I want to talk about stink. Space Ghost has... I've never seen Space Ghost take off that costume. I think he glued that to him
God.
as well.
Totally drowning in sweat. Ooh.
Probably not just sweat, given that he's been wearing it since the 60s without ever taking it off. He's probably drowning in mold, too. Fungus.
So instead of Space Ghost, he's Space Mold.
Well, I mean, he is disgusting like a mold.
Of course. He is organic after all.
You know, I get the feeling that you've got a bit of a complex against organics. I feel like as the only organic one of us here, that I'm being targeted.
That happened to my sister 3 years ago. She's still trapped in the brush.
Well, why don't you get her out then?
And have her basically use all my products and food? No.
Yeah, can't have her using your products. That would be the worst thing to lose, your products.
Exactly. It's my Pepsi.
Which you can find at retailers near you. Check Pepsi.com to find stores that sell it. Also available in some restaurants, but not all, because Coke has a monopoly on fast food and proper restaurant products. You know, now that I think about it, that's even more evil than Pepsi. Maybe I should have taken a Coke sponsorship. Wait, are there any Coke games?
Maybe.
You'd have to ask Ferret that question.
I do not know what this ferret is, but it sounds disappointing.
Oh.
Anyway, the thing that I learned about the guy that appears in the live-action segments, did you know he also made an appearance in the first Saw movie?
Saw. I never saw the movie.
You never saw Saw? How could you not see Saw?
Well, I see a Saw, but I never saw Saw.
Why didn't you see Saw?
But I haven't saw it.
Why haven't you seen Saw? Saw. Is there something that made you not want to see Saw? Not Seesaw, but Seesaw. Not to be confused with
saws.
Seesaw.
Not enough Saws in the Saw movie.
I don't like seesaws anyway. I'm a swing kind of person.
So are you saying you're a, swinger?
Given the right company, yes.
Phew.
What, are you getting tired there, Meg?
Good. Called you Meg.
First off, it's Megatron.
Yeah, and Meg is short for Megatron.
He calls you Meg.
Shut up. And
But you can't
two,
see my mouth move. Oh, you know it's me.
ay, ay, ay.
So yes, the non-Pepsi Man, in this Pepsi Man game advertising Pepsi, who constantly tells you to buy Pepsi products and move on to the next stage after solving problems with Pepsi products, including, as we're trying to do and failing miserably at, saving people stuck in the desert who are dying of thirst. He is in the first Saw movie, and he plays the guy who's covered in flammable jelly and gets lit on fire for failing to solve his saw trap.
He could have won if he had peanut butter.
So if you ever wanted to see the fat guy from Pepsi Man covered in flammable jelly wearing nothing else but the flammable jelly, then boy do I have the movie for you. A very oddly specific interest. Look, I'm not gonna kink shame, unless your kink is being shamed, in which case, you should be ashamed, you dirty degenerate.
So the one thing about Pepsi Man is Pepsi does what Coke doesn't.
You want know how you can tell that Pepsi is the dominant of the two? The superior of the two, and I'm not just saying this because they're our corporate sponsor for tonight.
Oh.
Coke only made one game, and the name is Pepsi Invaders. So Coke doesn't even get to be in the title of their own game. For the record, from what I've read about Pepsi Invaders, it is Space Invaders, except you're shooting down the word Pepsi. And whether you win or lose, it says Coke wins. So Coke has to cheat at their own game in order to claim victory.
There's one extra game, actually.
Oh,
1994. Game Gear. Japan exclusive.
Ah,
Coca-Cola Kid.
so just like Pepsi made their own Japan exclusive mascot game, Coca-Cola did too.
Yeah, but no one talks about it, so it's not as iconic. Pepsi
This
win.
Tamoriel underscore says, what Coke doesn't, you mean have to be refrigerated to taste good? Oh, I like this one already.
I think that was Space Ghost's cousin.
He's about as stubborn as a buffalo. Buffalo's stubborn. I think I might be thinking of donkeys. He is an ass after all.
I might be wrong, but at least it's hairy as Space Ghost's cousin.
No. Those are buffaloids.
Buffaloids. Is that like a space buffalo?
A Cybertronian aspect of a buffalo, as you call it.
So a space buffalo with more words, yes. Moltar, between you and me, I think this guy likes to hear himself talk.
I believe you're right.
What you need is some Pepsi.
Can you even eat Pepsi or drink Pepsi?
I mean, you shouldn't be eating Pepsi to begin with. It's in a can or a bottle. He could eat the can, probably. He doesn't have, a throat to lacerate.
What is this? A barrel roll?
I mean, you're technically correct. The best kind of correct. Also, did you know that the barrel roll in Star Fox 64 isn't a barrel roll?
I was not aware.
It's an aileron roll.
Such dexterity. Amazing.
Thank you. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I suppose I'm doing good. Assuming I don't die and lose my last life.
Pretty sure you had a Pepsi.
Right, Pepsi, the only legal performance enhancer, along with Dr. Pepper at the ads for Donkey Kong 64, to be believed. You know what I could go for right now, besides a Pepsi? I could go for some Doritos. Maybe a Doritos Locos Taco from Taco Bell, owned by PepsiCo.
I hope you're going to get a Baja Blast.
You know, I've never actually had Baja Blast before.
They are so worth it.
Is it worth making it all the way to Taco Bell?
Yes. All the time.
Because I have no idea where a Taco Bell is around here. All there is around this castle is a place called Bojangles and McDonald's and Hardee's.
Hardee's.
Hardee's nuts.
We think we're funny, are we?
Yes, we are from a comedy show, so yes.
It was pretty hard to come up with a better joke, wasn't it?
Let me tell you, I had to go through so many writers for that best material. I didn't let them all go to waste, though. They tasted delicious when they were cooked up right, seasoned, just salt.
Let me guess, salt vinegar?
Actually, no. Barbecue.
Huh.
They're overrated. Taco Bell is overrated. I've never had Taco Bell. I wouldn't know.
Taco Bell is good food when you are you're increasing your melting point.
That sounded like an innuendo for something disgusting. And I don't want to know what.
And here we have Zorak having a dirty mind.
Well, of course I have a dirty mind. I am a card-carrying villain, after all. Seriously, I have a card printed out for it. I would show it to you, but my arms aren't properly rigged on this model.
Why don't you use that telekinetic ability of yours like you did from me?
I can only use it once per night. Or twice if I go a while without using it.
That sounds ridiculous.
Look, I don't make up the rules, I just bullshit them. So did you know that there's also a Pepsi Woman in addition to Pepsi Man? We might have to look at some Pepsi Man advertisements after we've had our fill of Pepsi for the night. Of course, you can never have too much Pepsi. You can never have enough Pepsi. Buy more Pepsi. And Pepsi products.
Hold on. There's a transmission coming through.
Transmission? What is it?
Hey everybody, it's your pal Brack.
Oh God, what's Brack doing here?
Ah, this game say hi.
Why don't I take care of this one? Free of charge.
That dumpster man?
I would be honored if you did.
Fine. Give me just a moment.
No, the trash can. That's right. So,
One moment.
Oh, he's gone. You took too long. What, having trouble
Blast
getting
it.
it up? Need someone else to pull your trigger?
so,
That's it. Megatron, transform!
What am I looking
Facing
at?
the wrong way.
What am I looking at?
It's like some kind of gun on wheels.
Going on wheels? You mean an Earth tank?
You just said the same thing twice.
I said the same thing twice. I said the same thing twice.
Now you just said the same thing twice.
I said the same thing twice. Twice.
I think you've been smoldering in the pod a bit too long. You were in a prison pod alongside me. Not in the same prison pod, but a pod next to my pod.
You know my pod had flowers in it? Smelled like lilac.
You got flowers? How'd you
Yeah,
get
didn't you?
flowers?
No idea. Maybe a secret admirer.
Aren't you married?
No.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
just a divorce.
That's right, the divorce. Sorry for bringing that up.
It's okay. Why do you think I'm meeting up with Rosalina?
Oh, I thought you were just having a threesome.
You know, that would have been amazing. That might have actually saved the marriage. But,
Either that or doomed it even further with her running off with Rosalina.
oh. Zorak.
Yes?
I just got a text.
Oh, what does it say?
Didn't say anything, but there's a picture of my ex-wife, Rosalina.
Oh. That's rough. That is rough, dude.
So
What do you say we go out for some
to,
space strippers and space blackjack later?
that means I got a free spot to Pepsi Land and, you know.
Oh, that's right. Are you inviting me? Is that what you're trying to say? You're gonna need to be upfront with me. I have been in the pod for 20 years.
Of course.
Oh,
You
good.
can get some Pepsi-branded Pepsi.
Pepsi branded Pepsi from the Pepsi source, the Pepsi Holy Land.
Exactly. And we can make fun of Space Ghost along the way. Keep all, you know, take a lot of pictures. Say, wish you were here. But we won't wish you were
Game
here.
over. You lose.
You can't see it because my animation's a bit locked right now. I'm glaring at you. Look, if you want to lend your hands in order to get this done, then, you know, be my guest. You're just gonna have to pay to get the hands drawn and rigged first, though. I'm not made of money. I don't even receive royalties from Space Ghost. He didn't even pay us. He said he paid us by letting us out of the prison pods.
I got paid. It's in my contract.
You had a contract? I didn't even get a contract.
Yeah. Maybe it's
Yeah, that's
because I
right.
helped with the transmissions and getting the guests done.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It seems.
I forgot you were a notary.
It seems that Moltar here seemed to have connections where you did not, Zorak.
Which is impressive, considering he only showed up in 2 episodes of the original Hanna-Barbera Space Ghost.
What can I say? I was a fan favorite. couldn't get enough of me.
And yet neither of us ended up getting our own shows, but we did get our own album. Zorak and
What about
Mozart
that,
sing the hits. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
What about that, Brack fella?
Oh yeah, he got his own show because he's a Nepo baby. He only appeared in one episode of Space Ghost. Then he goes on to be a recurring cast member on Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Then he gets his own damn show where I play second fiddle to him.
Well, be at my.
Speak of the cat devil and he will appear.
Got a new show.
You got it.
Yeah.
I thought you were reduced to being an Amazon delivery driver because they didn't pay you royalties.
That's the problem. They realized I had a good talent for singing. You know, my hit song, Don't Touch Me. And I got my show back.
Do you think you could put in a good word for me to get my Broadway musical adaptation of Oklahoma and Psycho matched together?
Buddy.
Huh, I guess you're not
Don't even have to ask.
Psycho Oklahoma will be a reality!
Okay, for some reason I keep getting a connection loss. Is someone hacking me?
Oh, it was Brack.
Wait, Brack knows how to hack?
Brack can hack, apparently.
Huh. This is what I get for running Windows 98.
You know what they say? Idiot savants and all that. He's an idiot. But, you know, I wonder where the savant part comes in, and then it turns out it's in hacking. Specifically broadcast signal hacking, which is impressive because this is live.
Maybe he saw hackers.
Oh, isn't that the one where they hack a car in order to keep it locked? Which, you know, everyone made fun of that back in the day, but now...
Excuse me while I get some refreshments.
I thought you didn't need to eat or drink. What was all that
never
about being
said that.
superior to organics?
I fuel up on energy.
Oh, so a drink by a different name.
Oil, energon, whatever you call it. It's what
So you still need to drink. You still have biological needs.
I'll have you know it's a fuel pump.
Where does it go? In the fuel hole?
If it goes in the fuel hole and it's just fuel, does he go into a gas station? If so, bring us some Pepsi.
Some Pepsi, and some Doritos, and some Cheetos. Flamin' hot Cheetos.
Puff for me. Airy goodness and all, you know.
Thinking we're probably gonna get a game over here. We'll give it one more go, and after that we'll move on to phase 2 of my plan to take over the world.
Does it involve Butterfingers?
No, because no one should lay a finger on my Butterfinger. Wait, that's not what we're advertising tonight, is it? Is that a PepsiCo product? I don't want to get our contract canceled.
What's this about contracts being cancelled? Don't tell me you screwed up again, insect.
I didn't do nothing. Look, he's just making me hungry, and we're being advertised to, so my brain's in advertising mode now. Besides, we're not even the cartoons that advertise Butterfingers. That's The Simpsons. But Butterfingers do go along very well with Pepsi.
Very much so.
Did you know that as part of my contract with Pepsi, I'm not allowed to bathe in anything except for Pepsi products?
I could go for a Pepsi shampoo.
Did you know there's an Xbox shampoo?
What?
I'm not even making that up for a bit, there really is.
Does it make you smell like ram?
And makes you smell like someone who failed to catch on in Japan. So you might have a very weird barbecue sauce for your tofu. You're eating tofu? Is it Pepsi branded tofu? Because we're not allowed to endorse any other products tonight.
Thinking about it, a Pepsi branded tofu would be pretty nice.
Yeah, they could branch out into the vegan market, or the vegetarian market, or the PETA market. Generic tofu, so it might be Pepsi off-brand. In that case, we disavow entirely. Only name-brand Pepsi products are endorsed here. Nothing off-brand, especially not the much cheaper and sometimes better-tasting store-brand equivalent. RC Cola. You know, if it were up to me to make a high-quality rip of this version of the Pepsi Man theme, you know what I would do, given that specific island steel drum loop?
Oh, what would you do?
I'd mash it up with Soulja Boy. Either that or 50 Cent.
50 Cent?
Or whoever it
With
was
inflation,
that
wouldn't he be,
whoever did PIMP.
Oh, that was 50 Cent.
Both of them had steel drums as their backing loop. And think about it. It advertises itself. Finally beat this stage. You know, for a game that's meant to advertise Pepsi and nothing else, surprisingly difficult.
If it's difficult, they respect our time. They want us to have you know, our money's worth.
It makes me wonder.
Talk
how
about
much this
value.
I'm questioning how what we're witnessing works. But then I remember Toon Force logic. The Toon Force can do as it wills.
Gotta be careful of gotta be careful you don't run into Simba.
We got buffalo here. I think if we're talking about something that would piss off Simba, that would have to be wildebeest. Flip side, Pepsi
by the way,
barbecue sauce would be tasty. Yes, it would.
I've actually made Pepsi barbecue sauce before.
I forget that, you know, as someone made of molten metal, you have a good taste in barbecue. Now, what's the correlation between those two? You'd know if you knew Moltar like I do.
Yeah, you gotta be in the know.
Look, all I'm saying is not all stereotypes are necessarily bad stereotypes. Why does this song have such a funky bass line? Moltar connection won't let me sign on.
He wanted to talk trash.
Oh. Ah, I see. What I have right now is honey, lime juice, and sriracha, which would be an interesting Pepsi flavor if balanced right. I hope someone from Pepsi is taking notes. Because you've got a customer right here telling you exactly what they would buy from you. Not only would it make a good Pepsi flavor, given that Pepsi also owns many popular potato chip and corn chip brands, those could also make for some good Lay's and Doritos and Fritos and Cheetos flavors.
Would love a Pepsi flavored barbecue Frito.
Oh god, you've got my beak watering. My mandibles are watering.
And you can branch out and have it be honey barbecue.
Making me hungry. I was right at the end. That sample of stuttering Pepsi Man is going to live rent-free in my nightmares. Alright, can we make it? Can we make it? No. No, we cannot. I don't know how, but somehow this is Space Ghost's fault.
Pretty sure Space Ghost put Elmer's glue on the buttons, making them stick.
Elmer's glue? That's not even a good quality glue. Yes, I will slander Elmer's.
I mean, think about it. It's Space Ghost we're talking about.
I will absolutely slander Elmer's glue. Was Elmer ever done right? He can't even catch a rabbit. Alright, I'm thinking we give that one more go and wait, what the? Guys, I think we're... I escaped. And I put that mantis where he belongs. Unfortunately, I can't exactly show myself on stream right now. He took my clothes, and I don't want to get banned here. So,
Hey.
also for some reason, my throat's killing me. Like I've been gargling glass.
There we
Ari,
go.
are you okay? Like, are you okay tonight?
I've had a hell of a day, man. I think I'm just gonna go lay down and rest.
Don't worry,
Take
Ari.
a shower and drink some water. Lots of water.
Yeah.
Had to.
Yes.
I had to.
For some reason, I have an
Moltar.
intense hatred of Pepsi now, which is good because I prefer Dr. Pepper.
I'm more of Mike's harder lemonade.
With that being said, let's find someone to spread the cheer to.
Let's see. Do I have it? Yes, I do.
We are going to raid
I was about to guide the
Mershin.
raid, but that's fine. Mershin's
We're going
good.
to raid Mershin.
I was gonna.
Who is doing an 80s, 90s new wave and new wave goth alternative DJ stream.
Huh.
Oh, it's some David Bowie coming up right now, apparently.
Next card on me.
Thank you, everyone, for sticking by while all that nonsense happened. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. And until then, unpleasant dreams.
Well, we're the boys of chorus. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go.
Good night, everybody. Seriously, my throat's killing me.